Well, here we have a piece in Breitbart. Denny Hastert gathers Chicago Republicans to push amnesty. Ooh. Former Speaker of the House Denny Hastert, now a K Street lobbyist. Notice these guys never go home because home is K Street. The conference rooms, the lunches, the dinners, the breakfast, the socializing. This is who they've become. Denny Hastert, now a K Street lobbyist, just like Trent Lott is a K Street lobbyist. Just like Bob Dole never went back to Kansas. He lives in the Watergate and so forth and so on. Just like Roberts, who's running for re-election in Kansas. His real home is Alexandria, Virginia. Just like Lugar from Indiana. He didn't have a home in Indiana. His home was in McLean, Virginia. And we barely know the rest of it. So this lobbyist, Denny Hastert, is gathering with several Chicago Republicans for a public event aimed at yet again building support in Washington for Amnesty, reports Roll Call. And he's a lobbyist with Dickstein Shapiro. This is a big Philadelphia law firm. And he's been pushing comprehensive immigration reform for some time. Matter of fact, one of his staffers, some hack, I forget the guy's name, is constantly running around trashing the Tea Party, trashing me, trashing conservatives. In a February Politico op-ed, he endorsed the House GOP leadership immigration principles, quote-unquote, writing of illegal aliens that we should provide them with a path to citizenship. It's an amazing thing to me. People come into this country illegally, and these buffoons spend more time trying to figure out how to make them citizens than representing the citizens who sent them to Washington in the first place. And what is this stuff? They're in the shadows. They're not in the shadows. They're at the 7-Eleven. I'll go and show it to you. Or in front of the Walmart. In the shadows. This is a joke, right? Hastert is headlining an Illinois Business Immigration Coalition, or IBIC, conference at Chicago's prestigious Chicago Club. Now, the IBIC is billing the event as a roundtable before hundreds of immigrant business and technology company leaders to support common sense immigration reform. So this is common sense. A nation that apparently has perpetual high unemployment, a welfare state that is growing while it's imploding, a massive debt. This is common sense. Hastert served 8 years from late 1990s until the mid-2000s as Speaker. He represented the 14th Congressional District of Illinois. When he resigned from Congress, a Democrat, Representative Bill Foster, who served from 2008 until early 2011, won his congressional district. Other high-profile Chicago Republicans, in addition to this Kinzinger and Schlock, who you just heard, will join Hastert in IBIC's push for amnesty on Tuesday, including former Illinois Governors Jim Edgar and James Thompson. I want to congratulate those two men. I think they're the only two Illinois governors in like 30 years who haven't gone to prison. And State Comptroller Judy Baird Topinka. Oh, well, as Topinka goes, so goes the nation. Who the hell is she? Two high-profile current elected GOP figures from Illinois are notably absent from the lineup, as reported. Oh, they'll get there. Mark Kirk, liberal Republican Illinois. Peter Roskam, squishy Republican Illinois. Now the number 4 chief deputy whip. He'll do what Boehner tells him to do. He'll do what Cantor tells him to do. You watch. The event's being pushed by business interests in Illinois, notably billionaire Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg's political advocacy firm, Forward.us, various Chamber of Commerce chapters, there you go, Caterpillar CEO Doug Oberman, energy company Exxon chairman. Gee, I don't see any blue-collar workers here. Does anybody see that? I don't see that. Do you, Mr. Producer? No. They're not represented there. I don't see American citizens represented there who are affected by this anarchy. Most of these jobs are in places where the existing unemployed either are unable to compete for them or don't want to compete, says Mr. Rowe. Exelon chairman, an energy company. Yeah, you've got it right, Mr. Rowe. Pathetic. Pathetic. When Republicans had rejected amnesty yet again last October, despite his donations to this guy's been donating, you see, to pro-amnesty GOP members of Congress like Lindsey Graham, Paul Ryan, this guy Schlock. He said, it's absolutely frustrating. It's terribly concerning, Rose said of the conservative opposition to amnesty. You're a schmuck. That's right, I said it. You got Schlock, you got Schmuck, you got Hastert. That's Hastert. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce, Boehner, Cantor, McConnell, former Speaker Hastert, Bob Dole. You see a pattern here, ladies and gentlemen? You see the marriage between crony capitalism and the Republican Party? Let me tell you something. The existing Republican Party, and by that I mean the national Republican bureaucracy, the national Republican leadership, the political leadership, is bought and paid for by crony capitalists. If you are a true free market capitalist, you must reject this, because this is nothing more than an increasingly aggressive, powerful, centralized government in bed with crony capitalists who want to be subsidized by you, whether at the federal, state, or local level, because that's what you're doing when you subsidize illegal aliens in hospitals and schools and have to pay for what goes on the border. You are subsidizing these companies. And this is what the Republican Party has become. It is time for a new Republican Party, a vibrant Republican Party, the party that grew out as an anti-slavery party, an anti-segregation party, a pro-individual liberty party, a pro-free market, private property rights, and most of all, a Constitution party. It is time for that party, because the existing Republican Party is nothing of the kind. It's full of schlocks and schmucks and cronies and all the rest.